Hello, I'm a high school senior who took AP-CSA last year and scored a 5. This is going to be a series of videos where I go through the new AP-CSA curriculum to help you through the class and eventually the exam. I wanted to do this for mainly two reasons. First, with the updated curriculum, all of the videos made for this course previously are now outdated. And second, all of these videos I feel miss the authenticity I hope to provide from being an actual student who took the exam. Without further ado, let's go. First is Unit 1, using objects and methods, making up 15 to 25% of the exam. And in this video, we're going to be covering topic 1.1, Introduction to Algorithms, Programming, and Compilers. Algorithms define step-by-step processes to follow when completing a task or solving a problem. These algorithms can be represented using written language or diagrams. For example, the algorithm for making toast would be as follows. Open the bread bag, put a piece of bread in the toaster, turn on the toaster, wait, take the toasted bread out, add butter. We could represent our toast making algorithm with a drawing like this, or in a list like this. Sequencing defines an order for when steps in a process are completed. Steps in a process are completed one at a time. This is simply another definition College Board wants you to know. You wouldn't add butter to the bread before it's toasted. We know not to do this in our toast algorithm because of the sequence. My analogy kind of falls apart for this next bit, so we can move on from it. When your computer is running its algorithm, it is not executing different parts of the code at the same time. It must 100% of the time go through the sequence step by step. Code can be written in any text editor. However, an integrated development environment, or an IDE, is often used to write programs because it provides tools for a programmer to write, compile, and run code. I feel as though this one is self-explanatory. You can write code in a simple text editor like Sublime and execute it through the computer terminal, or you can write it in a program like Visual Studio Code, which allows you to run it within the program itself. A compiler checks code for some errors. Errors detectable by the compiler need to be fixed before the program can be run. In Java, before code can be run, it must be successfully compiled. It checks for some, but not all, errors. Of the errors we're going to look at in this video, the compiler only checks for syntax errors. What is a syntax error, I hear you asking? A syntax error is a mistake in the program where the rules of the programming language are not followed. These errors are detected by the compiler. An example of a syntax error would be something like forgetting a semicolon at the end of a line of code or forgetting a curly brace at the end of your class. A logic error is a mistake in the algorithm or program that causes it to behave incorrectly or unexpectedly. These errors are detected by testing the program with specific data to see if it produces the expected outcome. An example of a logic error would be something like this. Let's say we want our code to find the average of two values, 5 and 9. So we write our code like this. However, due to order of operations, the 9 would be divided by 2 first, instead of 5 and 9 being added together. Our code is still compiling and running, but we don't get the output we expect of 7. A runtime error is a mistake in the program that occurs during the execution of a program. Runtime errors typically cause the program to terminate abnormally. An example of a runtime error would be something like this. Let's say we want our code to divide 100 by the difference of two values, x and y. We would set it up like this. This math works, meaning there is no logic error. But what if x and y were set to the same value? We would be dividing 100 by 0, something mathematically impossible. So the program would terminate and give us this runtime error. An exception is a type of runtime error that occurs as a result of an unexpected error that was not detected by the compiler. It interrupts the normal flow of the program's execution. A vast majority of runtime errors in Java are exceptions. These cause the program to crash, like the dividing 100 example I just gave. There are other examples of runtime errors, but what College Board really wants you to know with this is that all exceptions are runtime errors, but not all runtime errors are exceptions. And that brings topic 1.1 to a close.